Hello everyone. Though I'm making this video for my son and daughter who are at a very important stage in their life, my daughter is going to appear for her board exams next year, and my son is going to complete his graduation, and he's going to enter into a career, which again is a very critical part of their lives. Though it's focused on them and dedicated to them, but it can be relevant for any young people out there who are struggling or who are at very important junctures and wanting to know some simple elements to success, not only to success, but to well-being and to achieve their optimum potentials. So I have outlined a few important steps here. So there are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 golden principles, I will call them, which come from my personal experience and come from working with my students. Year after year, I have around now 23 years of teaching experience, and not only teaching, but mentoring my students, interacting with them at a very personal level. So first, out of those 8 principles, those golden rules, is a daily cleaning schedule. Now, this daily cleaning schedule is not only for your desks, not only for your rooms or your houses, but daily cleaning schedule is for your minds. So no account should be left open from yesterday. Whatever has happened in the yesterday should remain in the yesterday. You should close your accounts before you sleep and start afresh in the morning. Like we clean our houses, sometimes even twice daily, we should clean our minds, keep them clean and focused. So in case you've not been able to achieve your target for the day, don't carry the guilt to the next day, because next day is a new day, it's a fresh day, right? Second golden rule, which is linked to the first one. Today is the day. So friends, today is important. Whatever has happened in the past can give you a direction, can give you more motivation to perform better, can give you a chance to improve upon your mistakes. A feedback about how to go about improving your mistakes. But the moment which is in your hand today, right here, right now, is the most important. So I tell both of you that catch today, focus on today. Only retain the best possible out of the past. And the third one, which follows out from here, is related to future. And that is visualization. And related to it, further down, the fourth one is positive affirmations. I'll talk about visualization and positive affirmations together. So whatever goal you have in mind, first of all, you have to be very crystal clear of what you want. Sometimes we wish for something, unknowingly we wish for it and we get it, and then later we regret. So I tell my son and daughter, and I tell everyone else, that it's very, very important to visualize. First to know what you want, and then to visualize it. And visualize it umpteen number of times of day. It's not a waste of time. People think that daydreaming is useless. No, I'm not talking about exactly daydreaming here, but seeing yourself reach where you want to reach definitely makes your body and mind ready to go in for that success. So it's very, very important to visualize what you have in mind, what goal you have in mind. So keep on visualizing that. And keep on adding to that visualizing every day creatively. And sooner or later, you will get it. If you deserve it, you will get it definitely. Then positive affirmations here will be using all your senses. So when you say visualize, you're using the vision and your mind, of course. When you say positive affirmations, then you're using the sound energy also. Keep suggesting to yourself every moment of the day or whenever it is possible. Keep suggesting to yourself that this is what is, and talk about it as if it's in present. Even if it's in the future, talk about it as if it's in present. Keep on affirming and let the affirmations be very simple, be very focused. You don't have to have very lofty affirmations. Very simple, focused, positive affirmations towards your goal. Then the next principle, fifth one, abhi tak kya hua? Daily cleaning schedule and cleaning schedule of the mind. Today is the day, the present. Visualization, positive affirmations, and now comes the ardent desire. So if you really want that something, then create an ardent desire in you. Creating that ardent desire in you is very important. But please distinguish it from the guilt. Because sometimes if we have the ardent desire and let's say on a particular day, you've not been able to achieve your small targets which you set for yourself. And you start feeling guilty. You start feeling anxious. So anxiety and guilt are not going to help you beyond a point. They will prove counterproductive. They will not help you. If you, keep on feeding onto that anxiety and feeding onto that guilt, it will not help you. That means if you're feeling guilty, that means you are letting the past make you miserable. And the past is over, but still you're carrying it on with it. You're taking it along with you, which is making you miserable. Then coming to the guilt part, it should not be there. And anxiety will only work to prop you to work to some extent. After that, it'll prove counterproductive. The next principle, which is mental fitness leads to optimal output. So, as physical fitness is important, similarly, mental fitness is important. So, for that mental fitness, whatever you have to do, you have to do. You have to take out some time for your own self, whether you utilize it in meditating or you utilize it in talking to God, praying, or you utilize it in a nature walk, or whatever you do, that method is up to you. Method or a number of methods you use, or one method you use. But mentally refreshing yourself every day is very important. If you fail to do that, then a stale mind will never be able to perform at its 100% level. And when you're not performing at the 100% level, definitely you'll be committing mistakes, your memory will be affected, your presence of mind will be affected, your problem-solving abilities will be affected, your critical thinking skills will be affected, your thinking skills overall will be affected. So whatever you use for keeping yourself mentally fit. Then coming to focusing on other people and situations is counterproductive. One thing which you should learn in life, and the earlier you learn it, the better. Other people's reactions, other people's actions, other people's thoughts about you, other people's attitudes towards you. Whether it's your family or your friends or your acquaintances or your social group or whatever it may be. your professionals, colleagues, your fellow students, whoever it may be, is never going to be as per the way you want it to be. Most of it will be which you don't like, or much of it will be, because every person has their own priorities. And you may even become of gold, the best possible behavior you put across. But if a person has to perceive you negatively, they will continue to do so. So don't bother about such people, because such people will suck your energy. Don't bother. You do your best. Your conscience should be clear. Conscience should be clear that yes, I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right thing and I'm not harming anyone. As long as you're fine in that, then don't focus on other people and situations in that sense. So be focused on your goals. And then there'll be other people who may, who will pull you down. Because generally, whenever a person is achieving something beyond the ordinary, this is what is going to happen. Then, next, coming to second last, seventh point, failures and adversities are opportunities in disguise. This is coming from an authentic personal experience. Failures and adversities are actually opportunities. They give us a lot of pain. They give us a lot of anxiety. And at that moment, we feel that what is happening, our life is completely failing, whatever it's happening. But ultimately, you will realize at a later stage that had you not faced this failure and adversity, you would not have become the person you are today. In a good sense, in a positive sense, because they will always add on to your learning. They will make you sturdy. They'll make you stronger in the long run. And this is what I call resilience. You must have heard of the concept, but not only heard. Resilience is not magic. Resilience is of ordinary people facing ordinary and extraordinary difficult situations. And until and unless you face these, you will not get your best. No pain, no gain. Then lastly, but not the least, accept the things you cannot change. Okay. Now, I know both of you and all the others who may be listening to this video will have certain goals. Definitely go for them. If you have the desire, you have the aptitude, you must go for them. But sometimes in certain things you are not able to change. Then you should have the character, the ability to accept God's plan and move on. And let me tell you, there's no harm in having a plan B. Nothing is greater than life. No goal is greater than life itself. And if that vibrant life is within you, then just one or two goals can't limit your life. Whether you achieve them or not, they can't limit your life. So I'll just review, just state those 8 points and then I'll close for today. And I hope somewhere someone will be benefited by this, and definitely my son and daughter. I keep praying for all of you. I keep praying for them each moment of the day. First is daily cleaning schedule for the mind. Second is today is the day. Third is visualization. Fourth is positive affirmations. Ardent desire versus guilt. Mental fitness leads to optimal output. Then focusing on other people and situations is counterproductive. Failures and adversities are opportunities in disguise. And last, accept the things you cannot change. So friends, I hope it was beneficial. All the best for this March, and whenever your exams are or any kind of trying situations you're facing, you're making a new career, all the best. And in these COVID times, it's even more relevant today. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.